Hello everybody, welcome to Shoestring Games. Welcome to the stream. Now, we had a problem with the last one in that YouTube did not save the footage, which I am a little bit miffed about, which means you missed a lot. So, I've decided we're going to call this Attempt 2, and we're going to do another new game so that people can get the full experience from the start. If this does not work, then I'm afraid we're back to the video content. So we'll just get started, I think. Act 1, Arthur. Arthur Hastings. He's a good chap. Hello, hello? I've actually got my phone on next to me so that I'm aware of streaming quality, so we may as well just get started. I'll shift the mouse out of there. Brilliant. I think we are... I think we're working. Please be working. Yes, it looks like we are working. Might be a slight delay with the stream, but we will soldier on, as they say. Yeah, I know my frame rates are dropping. I'm going to get that warning throughout the whole thing.
Oh, heavens no.
Da-da, 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 da-da. So, we're going to be restricting...
Oh, God.
I do believe that Arthur is off his joy.
Arthur, where are you? Arthur! Where'd you go? Arthur! Arthur!
I should just take my joy, shouldn't I?
Should you, Arthur? Now, if we took the joy, it would be a very short stream. So let us remember Arthur.
Percy! Percy!
Arthur, where are you?
Oh dear.
What have you been up to? No one's seen you for hours.
Oh, nose to the grindstone, you know.
Then why haven't I heard a single whoosh through the door since 10 o'clock? Did you forget we're having Deirdre's birthday party?
Oh,
We've got
we?
a piñata.
Right. Brilliant. Of course.
Have you forgotten your joy?
Of course not. Snug as a bug on a drug.
Well, come on then, finish up.
Just have a few more pages. I know you're very busy.
Then don't take too long to finish.
Aha! The power cell's empty.
Well, what will you do?
I'll get a new one.
Indeed you will, Arthur. Indeed you will. Of course, I looked around this office the first time at the stream. And it should still be in the footage we have. I still love that view. Although the statue's a little bit unsettling. We will hopefully get to see that up close this time. Anyway, let's have a look around, shall we?
I do hope you're planning on finishing by Victory Day.
Keep your... Oh, wrong button. There we go. Okay, I should be able to put the new one in, and back to the restorer.
There is now a curfew in effect at night. Any civilian on the street...
What are we going to do, Arthur?
We're brothers. We'll look out for each other. That's what we'll do.
I hope YouTube's getting this, because I'm just checking the feed on my phone and I'm not entirely confident in the in the quality. I hope YouTube's getting this because I'm just
Right. Nobody's having nightmares over that. Well,
Of course, that
I
could
expect
simply
you
be
to
down
contact them
to
presently.
our
Don't
web
dawdle.
connection
I
here.
want to miss the pinata.
Wasn't Prudence supposed to be coming back today? I made her a welcome back card.
Oops. Okay. Sorry, anyway. So, we did these the first time. I'll reiterate them just for the sake of the viewers. I say stream's only going to be an hour. Hopefully that should allow them to save footage. So, well, this one here, what they're doing here is almost fleshing out the world through this task that they've got here. So the way this is working is they have they're putting it's explaining essentially that there's a registration procedure in place for children under 13 which the authorities are enforcing, although not giving any explanation for. No, in this version of history, the UK was invaded and occupied by the Germans at the end of World War II. So this bit here is talking about the invention of joy, which is the drug that everybody's on because they're saying here that it reduces melancholy. Oh, excuse me.
Fond memories.
Anyway, given that, well, let's just say that I'll take that, I think. Arthur Hastings, Employee of the Year, Department of Archives, Recycling and Printing, City of Wellington, Wales. I love the aesthetic in this place, it's fantastic. Right, let us move on. 9th of October 1964.
Wonders what life's like outside the tube. Of course he'd have to break the tube to get out. That would break it for everybody.
Indeed it would, Arthur. Indeed it would. Clive Birtwistle.
Clive Birtwistle. You're off at the party, aren't you?
Business letter. Oh look, Miss Bing has written Clive a letter. Dear Mr. Birtwistle. Sorry, Birtwistle, not Birthwhistle. It is so thoughtful of you to suggest how best to rearrange the department. I'm always grateful for your suggestions from junior staff and how best to do my job as director. However, I'm afraid that it would be destabilising to swap your office with that of Mr. Hastings. Fortunately, turnover in this department is high. If Prue doesn't return soon, I don't see why you shouldn't have her office. In the meantime, I suggest you pop another Joy, and you'll feel the sunshine on your face whether you have a window or not. All the best, Victoria Ping, Director. Take that, Clive, you little jerk. What do we got in here? Not a thing. Restricted area, no unauthorized personnel beyond this point. Keep your chin up. You see, the problem with that particular line of thinking in that scenario is that eventually you will drown. Oh dear. I do believe Clive has been drinking. Trenchman's gin. Nothing in there. Read. And here's a letter, and what I'm most positive is Clive's terrible handwriting. Dear Director Bing, one of your employees is subversive and may even be a downer. I overheard him in the commissary telling a friend that he thinks his job redacting old articles is silly, and what's so scary about the truth? He's very tall and slim with black hair and brown eyes and glasses. I know I should have asked his name, but I'm naturally a shy woman, and there it leaves off. A shy woman are you, Clive, or a nasty manipulative schemer? Clive.
That little shit. He wants my view.
I'm sure that's Clive's obviously the bigger one in that image. Well,
Let's see what Miss Bing thinks of you right now, Clive.
Palmer expected to return from Germany. So they're sending people off to Germany to replace German workers who are fighting the Soviets who are invading them. Because, as I said, in this scenario, England was defeated by the Germans, but then the Soviets invaded the Germans. So this is talking here about how if you volunteer to go to Germany, you'll be highly paid and well fed, because the the food situation here isn't the best. Well, if you turn into the last stream, you'll know what's about to happen next, so I think our last action probably should be to get Clive fired from his job. Bicycle taxi. So this is talking about, because there's another article that says there's a few cars left.
Not sure about that one.
I love the pneumatic tubing. The Wellington Under reopens. This is talking about how the Germans were restoring the
I hope I did that
underground.
right.
Yeah. There you are. We have officially ruined Clive's career. Yeah, he didn't like us, did he? No. Oh, the clock's moving. Huh. Need a lockpick to get in there. Well, we can't make them yet. Prudence Holmes.
Whatever happened to you, Prudence?
Don't think she came back. Ugh. Yeah, that's rotten.
You're not coming back, are you, Prue? But where did you go?
You can see Prudence, I think, in the photo there.
Are you off your joy, Prue? I mean, you too.
Oh, no power. What? Let's just see what Prudence was doing before she left. Bolshevism against Europe Gala, a smash. So this is a gala that is supposed to inform people about the dangers of Bolshevism, and it's informing people about how the Bolshevik movement murdered the Tsar and has hidden connections to the British Labour Party, Catholic Church and the Freemasons, as well as how there could be communists everywhere. Yeah. Very Orwellian. Indeed, this whole game's Orwellian. Your baby's weight in tripe. Oh. Why would I eat tripe? Oh. Colonel von Stauffen. Oh yeah, and this is where the Germans ordered people to surrender their vehicles. Unless it's got an exemption. It's all about population control, isn't it? But what I find interesting here is it says Imperial German Army, which would imply that it was the Kaiser rather than the Nazis who've taken over. So how deep down the rabbit hole do you go? Okay, and we've Margaret Worthing will open Battle of Flowers. I like that thing at the top though. While waiting for cattle stocks to recover across the bridge, remember to consume meat responsibly. Share meat rations with your neighbour, make stew out of bone fat and meat scraps. This could be interesting. This is but what's interesting is her father is called Jack Worthing now. Jack Worthing is the fellow we see on all of the on all the screens here, spoilers. And this one's even more interesting. Because it talks about, they're calling it a breeder riot. It's essentially talking about a woman who was assaulted purely because she was pregnant. And how people are trying to forget something. And what is the thing that they're trying to forget? Well, you'll find out before long. Anyway, let's make this a little bit more interesting. Come on. And move on and have a look around, shall we?
I did take them. No, leave me alone. I took my toy.
Oh dear.
I took my toy. No. Leave me alone. No.
Ah, needles are always terrible for me.
Oh, hi, Arthur.
Hello, Mr. Creepy Doctor Man.
We seem to be a bit behind in our work now that you mention it.
Makes me wonder actually how many people are employed here. Just how many people remember they're employed here.
What could it be? Ask yourself a few questions.
That is Jack
Do you feel
Worthing.
pain in your bones? Are you having trouble catching your breath? Do you find that you bruise easily? Are your teeth a little loose in their sockets and you're under 70 years old? Is your mouth often dry? Do you have scorpionic tongue? Other symptoms you might have are red or purple spots on the skin, especially on your legs that look like this. Do you find your muscles are sore?
Look like what?
Overusing them? Well, you may have the girly. And congratulations, this is one of our traditional English enemies. And like all traditional English enemies,
You think they'd have changed the bucket? And the elevator's out for lunch, lovely. Oof. This could be problematic. In we go.
There you are. You nearly missed the piñata. It's the most adorable Spanish custom. Uncle Jack did a whole show about it. You smash it until all the sweets come out. Come on, hit it! Hit it!
I would, except that sounds very squishy for a piñata.
Hit it!
Go on, give it a big old whack!
Okie dokie.
Give it a whack!
Yeah. Oh. And thus the truth is revealed.
You are off your joy. Take one of mine.
No thank you.
Oh my lord. He's a downer. Call security. We've got a downer.
Take your joy. Take your joy.
No. No thank you.
Probably a bad time to ask for that raise.
Don't do drugs, kids. You might end up like this.
Your joy. Take your joy.
Need to get out of here. So now we're on the other side of that room you saw before. Anything here I can yoink? No. Okay, let's move. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, it's stairs. It was so much more jarring for the first person. Go, Arthur, go.
Got a downer here, haven't we? Put that down! You smell gas?
Flaming Nora.
Forget it, there's no time.
Well, that hurt. I really hope this stream is working. Well, while we wait... Oh, hello. We have a fellow on the stream. Hello to you. I'm currently got my phone off to one side while I'm streaming, so I can see people who are talking. I've only got one screen on my computer. Here we go. Oh dear. Hoping the stream's working. I really do.
Christ! I thought those bastards chased me. There were bridges.
Okay.
Right there, and tunnels. I'm pretty sure I'm not in the parade anymore. I don't even think I'm still in the village.
You are far away from home, Arthur.
Well, I'm not getting out that way.
Oh dear, it would appear that we've lost the connection to the stream. Live stream offline, it says. Oh dear. 2 seconds while I sort this out. Right, we're back. So if anybody's watching, please comment on if there's any problems with the stream.
Those bobbies seem to have locked me in. I suppose they were worried about the gas. Terribly thoughtful of them.
As I said, I've got my phone off to one side just so I can keep an eye on everything. This game is very much like BioShock and other sort of survival games, which means essentially anything that isn't nailed down we have to take.
I'll be doing it from this chair. I'll be calling the tune, if you will. Just
We're not
like
meant to be
every
sitting
day.
down either.
I'll be your siren. Except when I'm not. And don't forget,
Tie a
there'll be
string.
cake and prizes for...
So those are the two that we read earlier. This one here is Arthur's own personal thoughts, which is, well, Arthur, you've gone and done it, haven't you? Not only rather spectacularly quit your job, but you're a downer now. And that's not Arthur's voice, is it? Townsfolk will unleash the hounds, or they could if we hadn't eaten them 20 years ago. The wastrels do not seem terribly friendly. I hope they aren't really cannibals. Oh God, I'm one of them now, aren't I? I've got to get out of Wellington Wells. I've got to get over the bridge and off the islands, which means I've got to get back to the parade district, don't I? Which I was just chased out of. Brilliant. What in dog's name are you thinking? Percy. I saw his picture from just before we put them all on the train. God, all that horrible grinding steel and the screams. How he must hate me. Why did I tell the Jerrys I was 13? They were only off by 10 days. Why didn't I keep my mouth shut and get on the train and go off to Germany with him like I'd promised? Can't remember. But I promised him. It's got to mean something. I've got to go find Percy wherever he is and make sure he's okay. P.S. How long have we been eating rats? Too long, Arthur, probably, and the accent's probably somewhat terrible, but I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, next letter. To Mr. Rupert Underhill, Station 4, from Jim Watt, Chief Engineer. Are you quite certain Teddy's off his joy? Perhaps he merely forgot. You've got to look after your mates, man. Have you tried tying a string around his finger? That always helps me. Anyway, I can't reassign Teddy because I haven't got a replacement. All the juniors are off at Scargill, and the subsidence has been severing all sorts of connections, and the motorline must flow. I really appreciate your sticking by your post. If we don't do our duty, who are we? But I'll tie a string around the finger. I feel certain you will manage the situation. All my best, Jimmy.
Everyone's a winner, and everyone will be there.
Go. For now, I'd really rather not listen to you, Uncle Jack. Anyway, I hope this stream works the second time. I'm largely hoping that the footage is preserved this time. As I say, if you see my first video, it's cut off rather abruptly. Oop. Oh yeah, there's that guy. Diary of Prudence Holmes. Hey! Was this a mistake? It seemed so clever to disappear first rather than trying to brazen my way across the bridge. After enough joy, they'd forget they'd ever known a Prudence Holmes. Beastly Clive would take my office, and they'd forget that anyone else was ever in it. But now that I'm here, I wonder, should I have put my trust in Mr. Kite? And where are his bloody instructions? In the abandoned house. Yes, but which abandoned house? They're all abandoned. Now to deal with all these wastrels. My God, they look like something out of Dante. We chased someone out whenever they wouldn't take their joy, but we never really thought about where they went. I knew we chased them out when joy made them sick, but no, it was here to starve and weep and remember. I assumed they went to a sanatorium, a decent hospital. But I suppose that's what I wanted to believe. We're all complicit. We without knowing and don't want to remember, so we don't. My God, I can't wait to get to the mainland. So that is Prudence Holmes.
Prudence really did run off. She ran this way. I wonder if I'll see her again.
You may indeed, Clive. Now I discovered that you can search the cisterns and these things as well. Okay, I think we've got everything.
I'll need some odds and bobs and bits of metal to make a lockpick.
Well, that's easy enough. So if I open my crafting menu, which is this one here, and then we have to find the lockpick. These are very useful, but you can run out of them very
There
quickly.
we go. 3 years of the salamander and me getting into constant trouble finally pay off.
And we're in. Ah, hey. Oh dear.
What happened to him? Or rather, who?
That's Underhill, that's the guy who had the letter. Well, we need that. Has he got anything on his person? No. Let's see, there's blood on the floor. Does that lead anywhere? Oh, it leads over there. Well, before that, this is a memory. Every character can find them. And that'll give us some insight into the world and to their relationship with the people in it.
Are they going to hurt us?
No one's going to hurt you, Percy. I promise.
But they hurt the city.
I don't think they'll blow anything else up.
Why?
Because we surrendered, I hope.
Well, what are we going to do, Arthur?
We're brothers. We'll look out for each other.
But you didn't, did you, Arthur? You loaded him onto that, tricked him onto that train. Or did you trick him off the train? Or I might just be reading into this. Let's see, what books have we got here? Many Tales of the Brothers Grimm, The Sword and the Stone, The King in Yellow. Well, we don't need that just yet. Diary of Theodore Minor. We'll read that in a bit, but I read it in the previous stream, and in fact, you know what, it's probably better if I just bring it up. September 18th, I look into the lights like the doctor's orders. I could swear I see shapes in there moving around, like shadows but made of light. And there's shadows all around, whoops. But always around the corner. He keeps turning the lights off, says he wants to save bulbs. He's trying to make me think I'm going blind, isn't he? How he loves to feel superior. Took 2 joy just so I could stand his ugly face. Why won't it work? Has he swapped them out for something? Paracetamol? Jelly beans? We haven't had jelly beans since... Have we ever had jelly beans? I hate it when he talks in that slow, condescending voice like I'm a child. I'm not a child, am I? I don't even know any children, obviously. What's wrong with my joy? September 22nd. There he is, scritching away in the corner. Scribble, 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 eh, Mr. Gibbon? And the whoosh of the pneumatic tube. He's blaming it all on me, what happened, isn't he? He said it's his missus. I don't believe he's still got a missus. With his big mossy teeth, I bet she went on holiday long ago. Was I married once? How did it end? I get an awful feeling in my stomach. I'm sure I'm going to enjoy remembering. Something is all effed up about the joy, and he won't send me home. We've got to stay here. Duty. September 25th. I hear him crunching in the dark. It isn't rats, it's his big mossy teeth. I lie awake and picture squeezing his throat till he turns the colour of my carrots he bloody well stole. He's plotting something. Let him try to weasel out of this one. I saw him writing those lies. Reassign me, will he? Off my joy am I? I'm bloody well tripling up and he knows it. October 6th. We've come to the end of our time. We've come to the end of our time. We've come to the end of our time. They're all slowly losing their minds, I'm afraid. Anybody watching out there? Welcome to the stream.
Too bad I don't have any other hatches to go to just
Brilliant.
yet.
Oh, hello. I didn't notice that. Sir Prudence mentioned a Mr. Kite. That's obviously his insignia. Okay, so we've got... The poor fella must have either... Oof. Okay, we're gonna have to hack this with this little thing. Brilliant. Let's have a look around, shall we? Hello? Oh boy! Oh. Bet you didn't know I was a boxer. You might be able to run through doors, but can you run through these fists? Ooh, down he goes.
That's the first fight I've won since primary school. Actually, I think it's the first fight I've been in since primary school.
Theodore Minor. It's that poor fella who, for whatever reason, the joy wouldn't work on him. Remember, Bioshock rules here, empty everything. Yeah, this definitely screams sound mind, doesn't it? Chest of stuff, another carrot. And this leads, if I remember correctly, down to... Hi. So that's actually above the bathroom that we were in before. I really hope the stream is going out. Yes, we have a new person in the chat. Hello to Flower Lover G. Hello. How am I? I'm fine. How are you? Oh, I'm doing something wrong, aren't I? Yep, gotta push the button. Again, I apologise to anybody who's experiencing trouble with the stream. I'm kind of doing this as almost like a recap, given that the last stream's footage was never saved by YouTube, and I don't know why. And we're out. So if you're in the comments, mention anything that might be wrong with the stream.
Bridge. I've got to get to the bridge. In the parade district, which I just got chased out of. Brilliant. Ah, the train station. If I can get to the train station, I can just follow the old rail tunnel all the way to the bridge. Be nice if there was a map, wouldn't it? I suppose back in those days we could remember where things were.
I like how it says escape Wellington Wells. It's not so subtle hint as to what we actually have to do. It's a V1, I think, or these V2 bombs. Oh, hello, the stream's stopped. 2 seconds while I just check on the... It says it's okay, YouTube is receiving the data. Liars. Yep. They handed over all the kits.
This might be the one Sally and me tried to blow up. I always wondered what happened to the letters. There was an awful lot of smoke.
Let's unlock a car, and there's a rock. It's mankind's greatest weapon, and the first. Let's see now. Is there anything more I can loot from this place? As I say, Bioshock rules here. We've got to basically rip apart anything and everything we can. Nothing there. Can I open this phone booth? Nope. Need a Jimmy bar. Can I make a Jimmy bar yet? No, I need more metal bits. Freedom is in peril. Defend it with all your might. Head boys rank, plowboys. Oh. I do believe that we're experiencing... Oh. Happened again. The set dressing in this place is brilliant. Like, the world they have crafted.
I wonder what it's like across the bridge.
Probably a bit like over here. Hang on, I don't recall this thing. Ah, shovel, fantastic. Can I get inside? Come on. Yeah, we're in. Take these darts.
I hope this doesn't give me food poisoning.
Dig spot. If I go to the map... Ooh, hello. Okay, well, we should be able to just slip out of here then. So dig spots can be found in the world, and essentially if you dig them up they've got little caches in. It's usually supplies or something that is useful. I want to apologise to anyone who's having problems with the stream. I just don't get it sometimes. This might explain why we lost footage in the last stream. I haven't got two screens, you see. I can't just like have one open to check. Go away, mouse. Whoops. Okay, now that I've thoroughly confused myself, we've got to head this way.
I am coming for you, Percy. I haven't got it all figured out, but I will find you.
Now entering the garden district. Tea party. Read. A nice tea party. Do come when you're finery. Remember your manners. I don't think Nana will mind if I swipe a few of these things, will she? Although the rotting meat I've got a bit of a problem with. Anyway, I'm only going to stream for an hour compared to the 2 hours last time, in an effort to hopefully keep this footage coming. Oop, what was that about? Mechanical bits, we can use those. Yeah, this is totally not creepy. Empty that.
I wonder if they meant the kids on the train. I wonder if they meant the kids on the train.
Dear.
A crib. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. When was the last time there was a baby in Wellington, Wales?
Long time ago, Arthur.
Like they couldn't remember their faces. Or they couldn't stand remembering them.
Makes me wonder who used to live here.
What's on those beds? Oh, God. I'm not the only one remembering the children, am I? Makes sense. They're all off their joy out here.
Everything is quite alright. Nighty night, sleepy tight. Everything's tucked out of sight, my fair lady. Take that. I think I may have just made that worse.
Beds? Oh, God.
Need those.
I'm not the only one remembering the children, am I? Makes sense. They're all off their joy out here.
Take the pill bottle, take teacups. Because we can use them to make tea.
A toy tea set. Funny, Percy never played with toys. He didn't like anything that wasn't really the thing it was supposed to be.
There's another dig spot in that one. Which means if I go back to here, it should let me see it. Oh, it's out there. We'll go look for that in a little bit, I think. It's all just full of toys and things. Ah. Alley-oop. Nanny. Nanny, I'm sorry to report that the girl spoon won't eat her porridge, so I sent her to bed without supper. Nanny. Okay. Say everybody's off their joy, it seems. Just gonna take a quick moment to check the stream is still going. We'll save the game in that case. Oof. See what's going on out here, shall we? Nothing there. Ooh, can I make a Jimmy bar yet? No, I need more metal. Okay, let's see what we've got over here.
A Rose of Gilead. Percy told me about these. They're good for wounds and things. Maybe I can make some sort of ointment to put on my wounds. Otherwise I'll never feel better.
Any more of this stuff around, or is that it? Ah, there's a few more over here.
Berries? They grow all over the garden district, don't they? I guess I can eat these till I run across a pub. I wonder if he ever figured it out. Why I wasn't on the train.
If you did, Arthur. Oops. He probably wasn't happy with you. Anyway, we need to make a healing balm. Okay, fantastic. That should help us in the event of altercations. Also need to find food and water. And I have a shovel. Don't know what happened there. Okay, nothing in there. So it's supposed to be going that way. That's the way out. But I want to do a wee bit of exploring first. Nothing in there. I'll tell you what, we'll head up this way first, since this is probably going to be the most promising place. Alley-oop.
I wish I kept in shape. Oof. Oh, God. That smells awful in there. A lovely rotten potato.
Oof.
I'm not sure I want to eat it. I suppose I could. Might throw up.
Oh dear.
Well, that's a convenient story, isn't it? The Germans rounded up the kids at gunpoint, did they? So much better than what we actually did, isn't it?
Remember, oh God, I remember. Poppy, Agnes, J.C. Hector. Idiots. It's all the kids' names. Oh, a book. Diary of Reginald Snell. Here we are. Monday. I'm not a downer. There's no excuse for those people. I'd take joy happily if only I could. Oh God, I wish I could. Without puking my guts up. How could joy work for years and then cruelly stop? I miss the butterflies, the rainbows. Must think of the butterflies and rainbows, not the horrors that push into my head. Tuesday. I miss Hamlin Village. I strained my ears for the sound of Simon Says across the water. Growing up, I couldn't wait to get out and see the world. Now all I want is a cup of tea and to stop feeling. Thursday, I think. Slept all day yesterday, maybe 2 days. The grey blurs into itself. Friday. The flowers in the garden district mock me, bursting with colour in this place of misery. Why did they cast us out of the village? What's it to them if we can't take joy? It should make them all the happier knowing they can. Saturday. Oh God, I remember what we did. Saboteurs swing, justice or mob violence. The Au Courant. The Au Courant, to the editor. Enough of the Bleeding Heart editorials. The agitators that were hanged had it coming. If they destroyed the register of children, the whole town would have been destroyed. Stick to reporting football scores and save the editorializing. We don't need police looking for every Tom, Dick and Harry that took care of these outlaw parents. What are the police going to do? Arrest the whole town. Colonel Thomas Hoe, retired. Well, someone wasn't a fan of this guy. Victoria's letter. To the editor. Miss Victoria Bing. Oh, that's our boss. I must vigorously disagree with your recent editorial regarding the vigilante action against the saboteurs. These selfish parents attempted to destroy the registry of children so that their own would not have to be hostages. Their actions were a slap in the face of every family that has sent a son off to war. We must all do our duty. By long English tradition, cowards are hanged to encourage others. Surely saboteur cowards deserve no better. Deary me. It was so small. Oh, blocked. Hang on. Oof. Can I stop that? I can't, can I? Canteen. We can use that. Need those. Those. Taxi! Thanks to a bit of British ingenuity, the Belpit brothers, who were too ill with measles to take the train last week, will be able to join their playmates after all. General Bing's office dispatched a taxi to drive the youngsters to Bristol, where they arrived in time to board the German ocean liner taking them to Bremerhaven. Certainly a challenge to find a working taxi in these times, said the General, but we must all go above and beyond. The Au Courant wishes the Belpit boys bon voyage aboard the St. Louis. Oh. Well, I think we found the source of the smell.
Well, that's terribly romantic, isn't it? They had each other until the end.
Oh dear, let's take these down.
Oh, that's a bit risky. Look what happened to Goldilocks. Oh, just,
Yeah, we're just going to move on a bit. I may have to age restrict this. Is that even possible with a live stream? Oh dear. Well, I think we've picked this place clean. So I say we move further into the village. Shoop, shoop. Oh, I thought it was getting dark. Oh, it's only 20 to 1.
Sometimes I wonder, would I even recognise him? He'd be 31 now. Would he recognise me? Would he want to?
Them's the questions, Arthur. Some more metal, we could use that to make a jimmy bar in a bit. Oh, there's people up there and a body on the ground. Rules of the Garden District.
I believe people fast on purpose.
Looks like we're hungry. I'm gonna have to find myself something to eat. Let's see. Something that isn't rotten. A currant, that'll do. Rules of the Garden District. Don't steal, we have little enough as it is. You're welcome to visit, but do be sociable. Have a chat. There's a nice fellow. Sleep in your own bed. Remember Goldilocks. You can eat any fruit. You can eat any fruit you find, except the fruit of the apple tree. The bobbies will kill you. Yes, we remember. You don't have to bloody remind us. The present is awful enough as it is. Dear. I have to be extremely careful. Tell you what, let's see what these fellas up here are after. Anything in these ruined homes or not? Ooh, a box. I have a jimmy bar. And another book.
Getting a bit thirsty. Better find something to drink. Where's a pub when you need one? There's a pump on Barrow Holm, isn't there?
Ooh, found the water pump. When you consume food, your maximum stamina increases for a short time. When you're too hungry, your maximum stamina decreases. When you drink, the cost of sprinting is reduced. When you are too thirsty, sprinting costs more stamina. While ignoring this won't kill you, do try to remember to eat and drinks so you can benefit from nutrition and hydration. I'll tell you what, for the moment, we'll just drink that tea that we found. Here we are. Okay. Time to introduce ourselves to the locals.
It occurs to me that the locals may not be all that welcoming. Oh dear, let's try not to get killed, shall we?
I do hope that, Hello? Arthur Wellesley, 1st Duke of Wellington, Wells. Hello?
Hello? Anyone out there?
Oh dear. We shocked that poor fella.
Are you a tourist? You dress like one.
Shit.
Slumming it, are we? Must be nice to have a closet.
Over here! Over here! Do you want to get thrashed?
Nope, don't want to get thrashed.
Come in! Come in!
Great, we've now got an angry mob after us.
You're new here, aren't you? From the parade?
Yes. Well, how could you tell?
Yeah. I'll tell you how to survive your next 5 minutes, and in return you'll give me your socks.
Well, that's outrageous.
Your funeral.
Just take the socks.
Why are they so angry?
Because that suit you're wearing reminds them of all the jolly, proper, decent wellies who drove them out of the homes in the village. And now we're all cold and tired and starving to death. You better get a nice sharp rock and rip that to shreds.
Well,
My uncle gave this to me for Christmas.
Or they'll rip you to shreds.
Shit. I hadn't thought there would be so many.
Yeah, it's like the latest groovy nightclub, isn't it? People get a bad batch of joy, and it like flips a switch, and they can't take joy anymore.
oh dear.
So they get chased out of the village. Been a lot of bad batches lately.
There's a
So
memory
what
up there
happens if
behind
I
her.
rip up my suit. They invite me over for tea and biscuits.
Then they really won't give a damn what you do, so long as you don't take things that don't belong to you. Or go up and punch someone in the nose.
Bit late for
Now
that.
you can survive the next 5 minutes. Cheerio!
Well, now we've got to craft a torn suit. So we simply go to the crafting menu, as instructed. Find here, the torn suit, and do this. So now I'm wearing the torn suit. I'm also equipped with a spade, apparently.
I don't think my suit is decent anymore. I could wear it around the garden district, but proper folk will have me pegged for a waste straw.
Don't worry, Arthur. I'm sure we'll be able to fix it later on. Ooh. Some bobby pins. Pill bottle and metal bits. Can I play the organ? Nope. Nothing here is really set to own, so I can just take anything I'm going to want or need. We'll go for the memory in a second. I just want to see what's around. Ooh, hang on. Can I open that? Don't need to open it. Master Tinker. Chance of doubling durability of crafter items. Ooh, and Scrounger. We'll just find extra items when looting.
Mum, Dad, I've come home. Well, don't you worry, dearie. Everything will be all right.
Scotch. Apparently we're carrying too many rocks.
You sit down and have a cup of tea.
Okay, we'll make Jimmy bars and we've got plenty of bobby
I'll
pins.
just go
Fantastic.
and make up
Didn't
your
want to do
bed.
that. Okay, what have we got in here? Metal bits. Coarse linen and a lockpick. Ah, no, I
I
found
suppose if there's something valuable in this house, it ought to be in here.
They have gossamer
lockpick
wings.
and caltrops. I found a safe cracker before. That's what that
Books
was.
Don't tell you about their teeth. Oh, so frightfully sharp.
Right. First the scotch, and then what this is.
I lied for you today at 4:15.
That's not good, Percy. You're rubbish at lying.
I was a good lie today.
Who did you lie to?
Mrs. Boyle,
Mrs. Boyle came here?
her face was all red, and her voice was like
dear.
bomb when she's angry. And I thought that you would ask me why she's angry.
Why was she angry?
I decided that she was angry because you were up in a tree next to Sally Boyle's bedroom window last night at 8:15 p.m.
Oh,
Oh dear.
bloody hell. What exactly did he say?
I told her that I was in the tree.
Oh, Percy, that's very bad.
No, Arthur, it's brilliant.
Why is it brilliant?
She won't make me be in trouble because I'm slow.
You didn't have to do that.
She told me not to do it again, so I promised I wouldn't.
Good man,
Thank
Percy.
I love you, Arthur.
I love you too.
How are you holding up?
I try not to talk about the, but sometimes I just can't help it.
Ah, now what's this? Well, I guess we're gonna have to face that angry mob in a second. Charcoal, fantastic. Bottles and bobby pins. Okay, I think we've looted this place clean. Hello, angry mob.
I suppose he's just another rotten downer like us.
NPCs have status indicators over their heads. The white outline fills represents awareness. As it goes up, NPCs become more aware. The red outline represents suspicion. Suspicious or annoying behavior will fill it. Once completely full, NPCs become hostile. It's combat time and you can't conform anymore. NPC health is displayed as the filled triangle inside the indicator. Be aware that some actions cause instant aggression like trespassing or stealing. Now, you've got to be careful here because I often can't tell what is stealing and what isn't in this place. Everything is just so wrecked. Wish the abyss would stop looking back at me. Oh dear. Okay. I don't think it matters so much out here because everything's kind of broken. Take a stew bucket. Provided I don't throw up, I think we'll be fine. Oh dear, come here. They fortified this place pretty well, actually. It's not bad. Okay, we should probably move on to the next.
Some of the Germans were fairly decent chaps. I wonder if any of them survived the Russians.
Perhaps in the sequel. Another kite. We have to keep an eye out for these because I believe that they can death to Poshy? Anyway, I believe the kite symbolizes wherever Mr. Kite's got a safe house or a cache. Now the problem is I can't really do anything right now because I haven't got the ability to take this guy down.
Have you been sleeping all right?
Never thought it would come to this, did we?
So, for the moment, the best thing I can do is come back later. Because when I've got the ability to take him out without alerting everyone else. Why can't I take the stew buckets? Anyway, what I'm looking for out here was that well that I spotted before. Where was it? You see, it was down from the road. Ah, there it is. So what this will allow me to do is I can drink from it to alleviate thirst, and then I can fill that canteen that I found.
This ought to be pretty clean, unlike in the village where they spike it with joy.
Well. Oh dear, another dead guy, lady. Oh, but she had a canteen. Can we fill that up? Fantastic. Sorry, my phone is ringing and I'm trying to tell people that I'm a little busy at the moment. Give them a ring back when I'm finished. Anyway, let's have a quick look around. I believe what we want to do is head down this way. Yeah, there's the bridge. This looks interesting. Up the stairs and round the corner. Oh, and that's it. It's a bit of a ruin, this place, actually. Let's head over here. Nope, don't do. Come on, Arthur. There we are. Nope, nothing in there. Okay. Rocks Drift Bridge.
Anxious to get back home to the village?
Well, I live in the parade.
You won't get past that door. Not without one of them disposable electrical cars that all the bobbies have. And a power cell.
Know where I could mug a bobby?
You're a brave one, aren't you? No. I'll trade you one.
Don't you want to go back home?
Home to all those bastards who chased me out of my house. When they all catch the plague and die, then I'll go back.
Good on
There's
you.
something I want a whole lot more. Those bastards in that camp over there, with the helmets and the proper weapons. They took something from me. You get them back from me, I'll give you my card.
Sounds quite dangerous, isn't it?
Of course it's bloody dangerous. That's why I'm paying you. Come and find me in that sort of hamlet over there. We'll trade.
All right. Well, what are they?
Me medals. From the war. I won the DSO at Dunkirk and the Victoria Cross at Ramsgate. Those bastards. They thought it was funny that I still had them. Fucking funny they thought it was. No, I'll need a power cell to fire this thing up. Hooligans stole most of those too.
I thought I ran out of the parade with about two of those things.
I'll see what I can do.
Tracking a quest. Oh, easy enough. Here we go. Oh, apparently I've got to use the healing balm to complete that one.
It works. I feel loads better. Percy was never wrong about a thing like that.
Anything else in here that I can take? Ah. To see how a filing, sorry, not filing cabinet, a lockpick can be worn out rather quickly. To enter the village, remove soiled garments, enjoy a tepid shower, put on tidy clothes, spritz some scent, pop a joy, watch Uncle Jack on telly, play a game. Ah, now these, you can do this too. And take the money inside, which you then spend at machines like these. So I've only got 30 at the moment, so I think a good one to go for to start with. Run faster if a bit louder, street drug. Take 3 of them. And perhaps give them The jerky's a bit out of our price league, so I think we'll take the canteen.
Thanks.
We can refill that before we head up. Actually, how many? Got scotch, got stew, canteen, pure water. Ah, come on. Got 2 of them, right? We'll go and fill up a 3rd. And then head up the hill. Oh, wrong hill. I need more of these Gilead petals.
I'm getting old. Heavens alive. It's a bloody fortress.
Yep. Head boy fight tonight. Who will end up in the ring? Head boy fight. That's right. A fight to the death. Ding ding. Lovely. And they've got policemen's helmets on spikes outside. That is, disconcerting. The neck. Right. Right, well I think what we're going to do is we'll look for the way in. Be extremely careful not to throw ourselves off this cliff. Oh, so it's a fortress built on top of an old bunker. Haha! Found the back door. So, what's this way? Can we climb in? No. No, this is definitely built up. We're obviously meant to go in that way. Anyway, I've just had a glance at my clock. It appears that we are coming to the end of our time. So what we'll do is we'll save the game here and pick up next time. Got to enter the hooligan bunker. So I say we save our game to start with. Brilliant. Yes, I'm afraid we've come to the end of our time together. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully the footage will remain on YouTube. Hopefully I didn't lose the connection too many times, since mine is apparently being run by a hamster in a wheel. And regardless, I hope you enjoyed what you saw. So with that in mind, you've been watching Shoestring Games, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.